Pokemon Legends ZA, and they're bringing back Mega Evolutions. I think that I like Mega Evolutions the best Pokemon boost that came out of Kalos compared to the one-hit KOZ moves, for one thing, and then there's just Pokemon becoming big. What the heck? And Crystal, yeah, I feel like they were really pushing it with Pokemon becoming big and becoming Crystal. And for once, my sister agrees with me on something. Pokemon should stop doing these boosts. And before I get any more into it, please hit the like button if you enjoy the video. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell. I'd really appreciate it if you did that. And let's get into it. Pokemon Mega Evolution is by far the best. And the Z moves were okay, but not the growing big and becoming Crystal. I think that they were just pushing it. And so far, it looks like Pokemon Legends ZA doesn't seem like it's adding any sort of new Mega Evolutions to the list, which I'm fine with. I'd be fine if the Pokemon Company and Nintendo stopped adding these boosts or whatever to the Pokemon games. I'd be fine with that. And instead, they can just start adding like 10 or more Mega Evolutions at every new region. That'd be like a more logical thing to do. Mega Evolutions are by far the coolest because they redesigned Pokemon entirely. And Pokemon XY, the anime, has actually shown that some Pokemon are able to Mega Evolve to look similar to their trainer's design if their bond is powerful enough. I think making it so that Mega Evolutions can be sort of similar to whatever avatar we design, I think that'd be pretty cool. Now, Pokemon Legends ZA is the second Pokemon Legends mainline game we're getting, considering that Pokemon Legends Arceus was for Sinnoh. So maybe, and I don't think Pokemon Legends Arceus got any DLC, but I think that it's possible that we could get some DLC for Pokemon Legends ZA and just included like a couple more Mega Evolutions for like $10. That'd be perfect. And listen, you can't tell me otherwise. Nintendo and Pokemon and Game Freak have to stop adding these boosts. They can keep these little potions and items in them. You can't just add all these different strengths. We're good. We were good once the Z moves were done, but nope, they just kept going. Now we have Pokemon growing big and turning Crystal. Woo! And the same thing happened with regional forms. They were good for Alola, but now it's just kinda Paldea's variations for Applin, Diglett, and Tentacool, they're, I guess you could call them regional forms if you wanted, but even though they aren't, again, it's just kind of If Pokemon is to introduce anything to this next new gen Pokemon game that isn't Pokemon Legends ZA, bring us a brand new Pokemon type. We got the Steel and Dark type back when the Johto region was introduced, and the Fairy type was introduced during Kalos region. So what if we got one or two new types for the next Pokemon generation? Heck, I'd be fine if it even came out as DLC for Pokemon Legends ZA or even this next gen Pokemon game that's yet to come out. I feel like this next Pokemon generation game, I think, will come out like 2 or 3 years once Pokemon Legends ZA has come out, but Pokemon Legends ZA is still 3 months away, so we're just gonna have to wait. Not only that, but Pokemon Champions is still in development, and I'm sure a lot of people are happy that it's not only compatible with Switch and Switch 2, but it's also going to be on iPhone and Android, considering that Pokemon Home links with Pokemon Champions. I didn't even know that Pokemon Home exists, or the fact that it was compatible with almost all the mainline Pokemon games. Heck, it's even compatible with the Pokemon games from the DS and Game Boy and GBA. That's honestly a shock to me, considering how old these handhelds are. But if Nintendo wants to do anything to make Pokemon worth investing my time into more and more, allow me to delete my save data on a save profile in the game itself without having to delete all my save data. I have 2 Pokemon Moon games just to do things better on the second game. I'm sure that must be hard as heck to find a clean version of a Pokemon game that has no data on it whatsoever. Which is why I think it'd be a good idea for Nintendo to modify the older games a tiny bit so that we can delete save data, and then they can just slap it in the Switch Online. I know that'll never happen because this is Nintendo and they only ever want Pokemon spin-offs on Switch Online, but can you not throw us this bone? I'd gladly sign up for the Switch Online again just to try Pokemon Red and Blue again, or Pokemon Gold and Silver. I'm sure that with whatever Pokemon generation comes next, I hope that they'll include a big box with a CD that contains a couple of Pokemon Horizon episodes. That probably won't happen though, this is me making predictions. Heck, bring back Pokemon minis and let us delete save data in them. That'd be perfect. It could be like one of those Nintendo game cards where you pick between 3 different games with one downloadable code. We could choose one Pokemon mini for a certain generation, and we can pick between Pokemon Red, Blue, or Yellow. The future of Pokemon really depends on making some minor to major changes, but considering that Pokemon XY and Pokemon Diamond and Pearl never got the game between them, like with Kanto with Pokemon Yellow and almost every other region with their third Pokemon game, it's great to see that Nintendo is doing this with Pokemon Legends ZA and Arceus to fix that problem. And what makes it even better is that Pokemon always somehow inputs what was in the Pokemon mainline game into the Pokemon anime. Just take a look at Pokemon Journey's Arceus Chronicles. That's the most recent Pokemon movie, and there wasn't a dedicated Pokemon season on the Pokemon anime. Instead, it was just one movie about Team Galactic, that's it. They'll do that with Pokemon Legends ZA? I highly doubt it because we're still in the middle of Pokemon Horizons Season 2 here in America, but I digress. But let me know what you thought of this video. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell. I try to post at least 2 times a week. I'll see you all next time. I need to edit this video and then go watch Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Ta-ta.